Hey, I'm just adjusting the screen and get ready to go to bed. I pulled some news. Some of it is all crazy. Um, Here's one: A&W root beer puts pants on this iconic bear, and the bear has been their spokesperson, I guess, since about 1920. Now, I love root beer, and especially A&W, and it's great. And one of the few sodas I drink. My number one drink is coffee. After that comes water, orange juice, but root beer is great. But and the story says that they caved in to the woke mob. I don't think woke even had anything to do with it. This has to be someone with principles and overzealous. Uh, Gosh, I don't know about to say about this. We have three dogs, a horse, a couple goats, a cat. I hope they don't want me to start putting pants on these animals. California, back in our wonderful state of California, and that's a trendsetter. Hope it don't happen this time. But the California Democrats are putting more emphasis on pushing taxes on people that flee the state. Well, once you leave the state, they I don't see how they can tax you. I mean, granted, they're going to try, but I think that would be unconstitutional. They're starting out as watching, it's always the billionaires and um, and only the rich people, and willing to pay their fair share. But pretty soon, you and me, the truck drivers, the bus drivers, the plumbers, we're part of the rich that they want to tax. California, wake up. You look at U-Haul's figures. The number one moneymaker right now is getting trucks out there so people can get the heck out of that state. And there's plenty. California, they're like some businesses. They think it's just no one else around. There's plenty of other good states in America. Most of the states between here and the Mississippi River uh, don't have too bad of weather. Now, Taiwan plunges into its lowest recession, I guess, in 13 years. I don't know what to say. There's a rule of thumb when it comes to investments with stocks: what goes up comes down, what goes down will come up eventually. Whether you got the money to ride that out, who knows? Um, the other thing I like when it comes to stocks is buy low, sell high. If you buy high, then you do to sell higher. Now, Fox News, and I'm a huge fan of Fox News. I really like them, especially Sean Hannity, Laura Ingalls. Um, but they crushed CNN and NBC viewership. Morning show has the worst week since launching. Um, I don't have a lot of experience in that. I can just tell you what I like. I like to, if you're selling me news, I want to hear news. Don't give me opinion and present it to me as news. It takes too much time to pay attention to what you're talking about. Now, there's a company that builds chips, U.S. Wolfspeed, WOLFSPEED, to build a 2.17 billion chip factory in Germany. Well, better than that, better than going to China. But I'm wondering if they're going to Germany because of President Biden's war on business. I mean, Lord help us that we had a business that showed a profit, and that way they might be around for another year to sell their wares to us. Um, uh, the Germany auto suppliers ZF will hold a minority stake in the factory. Now, back home, Texas officials warn states' electric grid is vulnerable in extreme weather. Well, it happened last year. It'll happen again. I appreciate the fact that people are looking for alternative energies. We do need to save energy. When I used to drive the bus, I used to drive ERTA. And before that, it was called Department of Energy, then ERTA, then Department of Energy. And this was when Jimmy Carter was president. They had displays, had a lot of nice displays, geothermal energy and solar. But they said at that particular time, if the whole world, the mountains and the oceans, was oil, the way we were going, we'd run out in 200 years. Of course, that's before we invented fracking. But um, when these new things come on, you're going to have problems with them. They should have some backup systems. I was able to walk up to one of them coming up from California, from San Diego, and it was at a casino. I was able to get within 50 feet of it, and it didn't make any noise at all. You couldn't hear it run. The blades were turning slowly. Um, but you would have some other things with it. You wouldn't have a solar. You're going to have brakes on there. So if the wind gets real high, that can keep the speed down. But none of this stuff is going to be the cavalry coming over the hill. It's good. It needs to be developed in conjunction with other things, solar, better panels, batteries can be used everywhere, better batteries, longer lasting batteries, and batteries that can be recharged quicker. And these things will come in good time, but you're not going to close down on Monday and expect the world to go completely alternative energy on Tuesday. Unless you live in La La Land. Actually, going back to Japan, many people, thousands of people signed a petition to save a Tokyo baseball stadium. Babe Ruth played there, and I read his biography and I saw the movie a couple times with William Bendix and known with the comedian. And one of the reasons they want to save it is because of historical values. It's almost 100 years old. It's amazing to see you have a petition instead of a riot. Maybe we could take some lessons from these people. Well, I think this is everything. I just picked this up and I thought I wanted to share it with you before I go to bed. Now, remember, tomorrow I'm going to, as you know, I was a tour guide for 45 years in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to give you a virtual tour. And one I'm going to do tomorrow is the Lincoln Memorial. That was always a crowd pleaser. And don't forget to go on my website, cowboyron.com. And the shorts, we have a lot of shorts here. When I drive by, and if I see something that's of interest, or could be of interest, I'll go over and snap it and get it off to you. Good night. Appreciate your time.